Okay, welcome back to the channel. My name is Harvey Dunn and I'm a farmer and I'm just enjoying a bit of sunshine. Look at that, just on cue the sun comes out. We've just been having so much rain, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad, we can't complain. And thankfully I've got this hedge to shield me from the wind, otherwise you might not be able to hear me. It's a bit stormy at the minute. Anyway guys, the title of this video is the one big problem facing regenerative agriculture. And I want to tell you a story. A couple of years ago I was taking some training in holistic management, holistic farm management, which is a course that's provided through the Savory Network, which was started by, of course, Alan Savory, the great farmer and land manager and thinker. I'd highly recommend going and watching his TED Talk or consuming some of his content. He's got books, but Alan Savory, through his network, provides this educational course in holistic management. When I was taking this course here in the UK, I was in a group of about 8 other people, boys and girls, all very enthusiastic farmers or people related to agriculture. Now, of course, we were all so passionate about regenerative agriculture. And on the first or second day, we ended up getting in a bit of a debate about how we should all define regenerative agriculture. And one person was saying this, and one person was saying the opposite. And we all wanted to one-up each other and provide our own perfect little definition of what it was. And we were just arguing about semantics. We all had the same idea, roughly. And the instructor of our course was sort of watching this go on, probably with a bit of a wry smile. And she stopped us. And she says, it comes down to this. Are we regenerating soil? Are we regenerating soil? Okay. She said, for now, that's the only thing we need to all agree on. Okay. And it was such a clear representation of what we need to focus on. And it brought us a lot of clarity, certainly to our group, in our learning process. Now, that's the problem we face in the regenerative agriculture movement. Clarity. We are all getting so caught up in definitions and in semantics and trying to virtue signal how good people are and how bad some people are, that a lot of people are missing the point, okay? We're doing this for a reason. We need to be regenerating soil. That is it, okay? Of course there's layers to that, and there's many different metrics we can use to decide if we're regenerating landscapes. But we can't lose sight of that, especially now in the coming years when there's corporate interest coming in and there's money to be made from being regenerative as opposed to conventional. Okay, but as a friend of mine, Edmund Sutcliffe, would say, arguing about whether we're regenerative or not is wasting precious breath. We can clearly define if we are regenerating, okay, because that's a verb, and if we have data, we can track that. From year 1 to year 10, did we build soil and improve soil function? Did we improve other ecosystem functions? The water cycle, the mineral cycle, biodiversity. Okay, these are things we can track. We can actually put a number on these things and track them. So why are we arguing, okay? This isn't about semantics and who's better and who's worse and who needs to be going to prison for the practices they're using. We can track this. And we don't always have to track it. But we need to remember that if we really want to find out, we can track it. And then all arguments will be squashed. if you track data, you can find out if you are regenerating your landscape, and then you are regenerative. But we can't start throwing around this regenerative word without clarity. It's been hijacked already, I think. It's too late to some extent, but I'm always an advocate for using that terminology wherever possible, because it raises awareness, and it's just noise about the right kind of things. It's you know, I'm not one to argue about going from good to great. As long as we're getting better, it's we're going in the right direction. But that's the problem we face now, and I see it's a problem in society really, but it's everybody's ego gets in the way. We've all got such little tiny fragile egos. No one wants to know that they're doing the wrong thing. Everybody wants to think they're doing the right thing. But as I said, we can find out. It's not guesswork anymore, guys. This isn't magic anymore. This is a science, and it's a pretty artful science, I must admit. It brings creativity, and it takes a lot of skilled practitioners to really make regenerative agriculture work. But like I said, we're not in the dark anymore. You're either on board or you're not. And to be honest, at any one time, you're either regenerating or not. And any one action is probably positive or negative. I don't think it's a spectrum. Because every single action we do, especially when related to farming and agriculture and nature, is compounding. Everything has unintended consequences. Those consequences could be good, or they could be bad. They're often bad. And unless we take decisions that are going to start regenerating the land, the consequences of our actions tend to be bad. Do you see what I mean there? When we make decisions like we decide to not disturb the soil so much with machinery, there could be an unintended consequence that's bad there. Maybe something happens, but the consequences that you know of are going to be good, and the unintended ones are more likely to be good as well. So you end up at like a 9 out of 10, right? It's just like, it's like rolling the ball down the hill instead of trying to push it uphill. Okay, everything just follows on because you're working with the patterns that nature has already put in place. But yeah, clarity without ego. That's what's needed, I think. Thank you for joining me, guys. The sun is shining, and there's a nice big rain cloud over there actually, so that's on its way. But who cares? Plenty of people are praying for rain. So thank you. See you on the next one.